Welcome to the cabin. For today's quick hobby tip, we're magnetizing bases. A good way to transport your miniatures is to use a bag with magnetic trays, like this one from A-Case or this one from Green Stuff World. You can even use a biscuit tin like this one if you're on a budget. First, you need to magnetize the bases of your miniatures, so let's take a look at how to do that. You will need some rare earth magnets, which are usually made from neodymium. There are many different companies that sell these. This pack from Army Painter comes with 1mm thick magnets in both 3mm and 5mm diameter, but the size you'll need depends on the weight of the miniature. For an infantry-sized plastic miniature that only weighs a handful of grams, 1 or 2 3mm magnets should be enough. But definitely not for this resin vehicle that weighs more than 30 times as much. So it's good to have a few different sizes of magnets at hand. If you don't have a strong enough magnet for a large miniature, you can just attach multiple magnets to the base to compensate. Some bases actually come with holes underneath, which are intended for magnets. For these, simply find a magnet with the correct diameter and superglue it in place. If you're using resin cast bases or 3D printed ones, you will need to drill a hole in the bottom with a correctly sized drill bit. Then you can superglue the magnet in place just like before. Some companies like Warlord Games have flat bases that are very thin. You could still drill into these and attach the magnet the same way, but another alternative is to use magnetic sheets like these from Green Stuff World. They are cut to size and are self-adhesive, but you can also add a drop of superglue if you want to be safe. Keep in mind that the base will be 1mm taller than usual though. Typically, this type of base from Games Workshop is what you'll be getting with most miniatures. They have an empty space underneath of about 3mm that you will need to fill out before attaching your magnet. There are several ways to do this, depending on what supplies you have at home. One way is to use a piece of 3mm thick plastic card and then drill a hole in the middle for the magnet. You could also glue a thinner piece of plastic card to the bottom and then attach the magnet on top. Instead of the plastic card, you could also fill the empty space with a modeling putty such as Milliput, like I've done on this base. Green Stuff is probably a more common putty, so I'll show you an example using that. After mixing the blue and yellow parts, I add a drop of superglue to the base and attach the putty. If you're only using a single magnet, it's a good idea to glue it in the center of the base, because if the model starts to rotate around the magnet in the carry case, you don't want it to move into the surrounding minis. Next up, I add another drop of superglue on top of the putty, and add the magnet using the bottom of a drill bit, and wiping off any excess glue. To ensure the surface is flat and parallel with the bottom of the edge, I press it down on a cutting mat before leaving it to harden. Well, there we have it. With these different methods, you should be able to magnetize any base in your collection. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please consider giving the video a like and subscribing to the channel so you don't miss out on future content. A special thank you to Arnold over on Patreon. And if you want to go that extra mile and get some nice perks while helping us out, all our links are in the description below. We'll see you next time. Good luck with your miniatures.